Hey folks, welcome back. I have a brand new metal detector right here that I'm going to be opening up for the very first time, and we're going to see how good of a detector this is. This was just sent to me to review. I've never seen it, never touched it. It still has the original seal on it right here, and we're going to open it up right now. See what we got. So this is the Epoium metal detector. All right, so it comes with a bag. That's kind of cool. We got an arm to put it together. We got a cuff to hold it. We got some headphones. That's cool. So look at that, bubble wrap and everything. This is where all the brains of the whole thing takes place. This is what determines what's going on. It sends a signal down to the coil. So this is going to determine through magnetism, electromagnetism, what is going on, if there's some metal under the ground and what kind of metal it is. So we're gonna see how this goes in just a second. This is another armature. Oh, look, it even came with some batteries. Oh, look at this nice little kit right here. This is a little shovel. So that's awesome, look at that. So you've got your shovel, you got the ability to cut stuff, right? It's rated for the grass and whatnot. You got a little pick, so you can pick things in the ground a little bit easier. A lot of people like to use a screwdriver, so this is a nice little handle here. Oh, here's the rest of the arm, right? So you can piece this together. It's like a hard plastic is what it feels like to me. So each one of these, over time, this of course will wear down, but it's not like rubber that will stick to your hand if it's stuck in the heat. It's actually gonna be pretty good. Here's the cuff, and then of course the beautiful little coil we're gonna have right here. That's a very nice coil. It's probably about 8 inches across, 8 to 10 inches, something like that. Don't know for sure, but we'll piece it together and we'll see what we can do. All right guys, so I just assembled the metal detector. It was a very easy to assemble metal detector. The only thing I had to do was at some point I had to take off this screw and flip this over. The holes go to the bottom side. I never did open up the manual. I felt like I shouldn't have to open up a manual. It should be pretty intuitive for anybody that's got some mechanical ability. So these unscrew right here to extend and retract the detector. And it's very nice. So far it feels very light, which is very nice. I feel like the headphones are very cheap, but there is one feature on these headphones that I do really like that I don't have on my other metal detector. It has a volume setting right there where I can turn it up or turn it down. What's great about that is my other detector, the Ace 250, now granted it's my own headphones, but the Ace 250 when I'm recording or when I'm going out and using what my wife likes to call the beep beep machine, when I'm using my beep beep machine, it is way too loud in my ears. So something like this is actually very useful, but I can tell you the headsets themselves, they look kind of nice, but they feel very cheap. Kind of like an old 1980s Walkman style. The batteries, it does require 2 9-volt batteries. They supplied both of those, and I was able to plug it in and install them fairly easily. Everything else is easy. Everything I installed here without any tools. I did everything myself by hand. This itself has a little catch, so you slide it in the catch and then you screw it in on the back side. Very, very simple to install. This cuff, I haven't put it on yet, so let's go ahead and get that ready. And let's turn this on and see what happens. Now that cuff seems very small to me, so let's see here. I have a pretty big arm, pretty big forearm. So there we go. So now we're all set. This is the whole detector. We're gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna leave the protective stuff on there for now, and we'll see how that goes. So let's go ahead and turn it on. This is the first time I've turned it on. It looks like it has a couple of options: sense, volume, dis as in discriminate, and notch. Now I don't know what notch means. I may have to actually look at some of these. So here I can do foil. Oh, look at that. So you got your sensitivity rating down to 10. I'll probably keep it somewhere around 5. We'll see how that goes. And then let's see, we hit the menu button again. That is volume. Oh, this is awesome. So you don't even have to have these headphones, and you can adjust the volume. Now you can't hear it, I can hear it, and it's doing a fantastic job. Let's see what it sounds like without the headphones, see if it makes a noise. It does, so you can have audible without the headphones, which is nice. Let's plug those back in. Okay, I don't want it to be too loud. And then the next one is going to be your discriminate. That's gonna be your silvers are gonna be over here. You're gonna find gold right around in here where you find your nickels. So we wanna keep that on. The aluminum and nickels are gonna be right there. Foil and iron, let's go ahead and take those out and see how that goes. And then I don't know what notch is. Let's see what it, oh, okay, so you can pick specific ones that you want to take out. Okay, so you can take out individual ones with notch. Perfect. Okay, and then you have the PP, which is pinpoint. So you'll press that and you'll move it. Look at that, it tells you the depth. That's nice, that's really cool. Okay, so we'll use the pinpoint at some point. And let's go see what we can find. There's some kind of signal, right? Okay, so this is telling me, so it's showing me the depth is probably 2 to 4 inches, and it's showing me a 38 to 41. So it's saying between aluminum and a 5-cent piece. So let's use the pinpoint. Let's hold it down. It says about 2 inches. So it makes a fun little sound, in my opinion. It means wah, wah, wah. Let's see what's down there. It said it was pretty shallow. Okay, it says it's right here. Let's see if it's right here on the top. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's underneath there. Okay, found an aluminum top. So perfect. It told me exactly what I found. I found what it said. It said within 2 inches, right in the top. And so it was dead on. So good, let's go find something else. I would say even that the coil itself is very, very light compared to all other coils that I've had before. Okay, so we got something. So it's telling me it's probably either a penny or a dime. So let's use the pinpoint feature. Okay, it's all in here, so let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Okay, it says there's something right there. There we go. So there we go. That's a carabiner, or a piece of a carabiner, so we'll go ahead and put that back in. And one of the things that happens when you're metal detecting, you find a bunch of junk, and that's okay. That stuff is, when you take it out, it's less stuff in the fields for the kids to eventually catch on and trip on or hurt themselves. So we'll put that in the pocket for the trash, and we move on. Yep, there it is. So I can see it already, but as you can see, it says the depth is right at the top. It's the 36, which is, in this case, aluminum. So what's interesting about this is the more that you use this detector and get used to the numbers, now that I know the 36 is this aluminum pop top, I'm gonna see how often I see that 36 again and see if I can then be able to be better predicting of what's down there on the ground. All right, and it says the depth is a little bit deeper. Let's go ahead and pull out my trusty dusty trowel and my pinpointer. Oh, there it is right there. All right, so the last one's a 30, so there's the penny. So this was closer to a 50, somewhere between a 40 and a 50 was this 2003 penny. So that's good, we'll keep that in the keeper pile. And that's indicative of what I would find in a play yard and playground is pennies. But you also find dimes and nickels and stuff, especially if you find a park that has a lot of ice cream trucks. You'll find a lot of coinage around them. 54, 56, my guess is it's a penny. There it is, another penny. So 54, 56, brand new penny. So we're gonna pay attention to that number, see if there's anything else. Nope. That's good to know. And that's what happens, folks, is when the more you use the equipment, you get used to it. Now, a good metal detectorist or a person that really wants to get in this, you will know your machine after 100 hours of using it. Okay, we got another 54 to 59, so it's probably gonna be another penny. Let's take a look. There it is, another penny. Okay, so we know 54, 56, 53, that's gonna be the penny range. 50-something. We know that's gonna be in the pennies, which is good to know. Okay, this is a 75. This is probably be a quarter. Okay, it says it's quarter. Oh, there it is right there. See that? Right there. That is a quarter. So 75 was a quarter. Good to know. Okay, here we got a 50, 52. So what do we think that is?
A penny.
Probably a penny. Let's see. Oh, it is not a penny. Look at that. Look at that. Look what we found. Now, this is probably not silver. This is Phil's junk. It feels like a junk ring. It's very light, right? You feel that? No, don't squeeze it. So it's very light. I could break it. So we found a ring. It's nice and pretty. but it is junk. But hey, a ring is a ring, and it's always fun to find a ring. So let's put that in the pocket. All right, let's see what else we can find here. We'll do a little bit more and then we'll be done. 47 to 50, what do we think it is? I think it's a penny. The other thing is you don't have to worry about being clean when you have really just dirt in the pile, no grass out here. I dug it out, there it is, right there. Oh, it's a partial penny. Broken penny, so yep, right on. See if it's got the other half in there. How old is it? You know what, I can't tell, it's that beat up. But it's probably gonna be before 1980 would be my guess. All right, so we were right. We guessed it with the 51, 4851, and we were right. Good job. Yeah, 66, so let's see what we find here. All right, there it is. Could be a toy. Those ants are like, what are you doing in my home? Well, I'm just trying to get my coins, bro.
How many years ago was that?
59 years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's older than me. Yep, 1963.
That's so cool.
Is that pretty cool? All right, so they'll never know. As soon as that dirt dries out, they'll never know. All right, let's see what else we can find. So I always like to use rechargeable batteries in my metal detector. I don't know how long this one will last. It does give me a battery gauge on here that says it gives me 3 and it tells me I'm at 2/3 of it right now. Oh, we got a 45, 47. What do we think that is? I think that's a penny. This will be our last find for the day to test out this metal detector. There it is right there. There's another penny that's cut in half. That's funny. There we go. It's another cut in half penny.
What happened if that was add a piece to it?
That'd be funny. Okay, so as usual, let's go ahead and close that up. Let's turn this off. All right, guys, so we finished detecting out there, and let's see what we got. Let's flip this around for you. Those were our finds today. I was actually surprised we didn't find more trash, so it actually did a really good job discriminating the metals. Here we go. So we got us the carabiner that we found first. We got a little kitty ring that's probably turn your finger green, if you're lucky. We got a quarter. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cents, and a little piece of aluminum. So we learned a few things today. We learned that the Epoium is really good at being able to tell me what metal it is, right? We know different metals. We got the 5 cent, the aluminum, the zinc, 10 cent, 25 cent, 50 cent, and dollar. Those are all really good. I also like that it's up here, tells you, hey, we got some jewelry, we got some silver, etc. You never know what you're gonna find, so you can't do a full test and be like, oh, look, it finds gold faster than everything else, you know, because you don't know where the gold is, unless you got a bunch of gold around the house. So this Epoium actually has been very good, and I could see using this Epoium for, 50 to 100 hours, I would get very good at knowing all the numbers, recognizing the depth. One of the hardest things when you start metal detecting is as soon as you find something is paying attention to the depth so you know how deep to go first. Because sometimes when it's very deep, you got to use a pinpointer. The pinpointer won't find it on the top of the ground. You actually got to dig first, and then you got to use your pinpointer. So this is really good. I'd love to see it on the beach, see it on dry sand. I bet it would work just great. I haven't looked at it, but I would bet that this is not a detector for water. It doesn't feel like it is. It doesn't look like it is, but I haven't looked at the owner's manual. So my take on this is a good, very lightweight detector. Very good for beginners, even for people that have been doing it for a little while. If they want to switch a detector, this seems like it'd be a very good one to switch over to. It doesn't seem like it feels very light. I don't know how long it will last wear and tear wise. Let's go ahead and take a look at this coil. After one day, right, after 1 day of use, that coil actually looks pretty good. I don't see any scratches on there. This isn't metallic. This is like a plastic. It's it feels very cheap, but it did its job. So I would say something like this, if they have a cover for it to give it some extra protection. I know that with my water detector, we got some epoxy on there to kind of protect it, something that the metal detector won't detect. You won't throw it off, but you can see, maybe you can see some scratches there. I don't know if that's a scratch that's permanent, if it's just a coloring from like a rock or something. Yeah, that is a little bit of a scratch. So it is something that you'd want to put some kind of coating on to kind of protect it, maybe some plastic lube, something. But very, very happy with this. Don't know what it costs, don't know what it retails, but I will find that out. I will put that in the description for you so that if you want to buy one of these, you'll be able to reach out to Amazon through one of my affiliate links. So I do think it's worthwhile to give it a try. Yeah, I mean, this is one thing that I'd have to test over and over and over again. As far as water resistance, it doesn't seem like it would be too water resistant, but I have to look at the thing. So I'll try to update you guys on that and tell you if it's water resistant or not. But I do like the speaker system. I do like the headset as far as the volume. I do love that it can update the volume here. I like that you can discriminate. I like that it tells you the depth. There's a whole lot that I do like about this. I didn't try the backlight feature, so let's go ahead and turn that on now. It turns on very fast. Yeah, so it's got a good little backlight to it. It's either on or off. But yeah, I'm very happy with what I see.